Hey, homegirl, welcome to the Girl Just Heal podcast, where together we learn how to navigate our healing journeys in a way that challenges us to destroy limits and break down walls that have been keeping us subject to our trauma. I am your host, your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden. And just like you, I am on this healing journey, navigating the ups and downs of this thing called life, while simultaneously allowing God to usher me right into the place where He wants me to be. So get comfy, grab your journal, and let's talk about all the ways we can heal, grow, and evolve together. Hey, homegirls, welcome to the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden, and child, listen. So how are you doing? I pray that you are doing well. Pray that you are healing well. Pray that you are feeling well in this new year. So we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about in this episode. So I'm going to make these homegirl announcements really quick. They're the same homegirl announcements. Make sure you continuing to go to girljustheal.com. Get your prayer cards. Get your homegirl merch. Y'all, look, let me show y'all. I got one beside me. Baby, we have our very own homegirl journal. Okay, it is called the She is Healing Journal. And I want you to make sure you get your journal. The homegirls have been getting their journals, and it's starting to make me feel like I didn't order enough. And I'm like, oh my goodness, but it's a few left. Make sure you get your homegirl journal. I love this journal. I personally got one, baby. I've gotten back into journaling, and it has been therapeutic, very, very therapeutic. It's been very, very good to just get back into journaling so that my thoughts can escape, okay? Because holding all that stuff in, baby, it is not good for us. So make sure you go and grab your journal. The next Homegirl update, Girl Just Heal Conference 2025 is happening in September. So if you haven't already gotten your ticket, go ahead and get your ticket. Get you a homegirl and come with a homegirl, baby. The other day, an order came through and it was 6 tickets in one order. That means that homegirls are getting other homegirls and they are going to be in the room. Make sure you go ahead and grab your ticket so that you don't miss out. It is a limited number of tickets. Unfortunately, that's the unfortunate thing. However, you still have time to get your ticket. Now, that's the fortunate thing, okay? So make sure you get your ticket. I can't wait to meet you in the room for Girl Just Heal 25. I already know it's going to be amazing, and I just cannot wait to share that opportunity and that space and that time with you so we can heal, grow, and evolve together. All right, so now let's go ahead and shout out a homegirl. Now, this homegirl review comes from Jazz Jenny, and the title of it is Motivating and Relevant. And she did leave a 5-star rating, so thank you so much for that, homegirl. Now she says, now Neimoya, you know you showed out with this word. I am so grateful that I stumbled on this podcast. Neimoya, you are doing amazing work. Keep pushing. So excited to see what you will do in 2025. Thank you. Jazz Jenny, yes, homegirl. Thank you so much for that amazing review. I truly appreciate it. And I am so excited about 2025 as well. We're going to talk about a little bit that already happened in 2025, but I'm really excited for what God is doing. Thank you so much for being here and being the best part of Girl Just Heal. Let's continue to heal, grow, and evolve together. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into the most favorite part of this episode. And baby, y'all already know what it is, honey. It's time for the what? Come on, I can't hear y'all. It's time for the what? It's time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. Prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. It's time for the prayer cards, y'all. Time to get our word in for this episode. It's time. Y'all already know how we do. So let's go ahead and pull one. All right. So we have a prayer card. So our scripture today comes from Psalm chapter 112, verse 4. And it says, a light shines in the dark for honest people, for those who are merciful and kind and good. My goodness. Yes, a light shines in the dark for honest people, for those who are merciful and kind and good. Baby, it's been a minute, but we finna go to another version of this. I think I'm gonna try the amplified version. And this again is Psalm chapter 112, verse 4. I love the book of Psalms so much. Psalm 112 and 4 in the amplified version says, let's see, light arises in the darkness for the upright. He is gracious and compassionate and righteous, upright in right standing with God. My God. It says again, light arises in the darkness for the upright, for the one who's living right, the one who wakes up every day trying their best to do better, trying their best to be better today than they were yesterday. It says light arises in the darkness for the upright. He is gracious and compassionate and righteous, upright in right standing with God. Baby, I don't know about y'all, but honey, my goal is to always stay in good standing and right standing with our Heavenly Father, okay? I'm trying to stay on God's good side all of the time. And I know that sometimes I fail him. My God, let's go here real quick because I know that I'm not perfect and sometimes I fail him. I fail him a lot more times than I want to sit here and admit to y'all on this episode right now at this moment. But the thing about it is God is so gracious. He's so merciful with us. He's so forgiving and loving that he knew we was going to mess up. He knew we was going to fail, but he still allows us to come to him and get things right and turn from our wicked ways and live upright. So baby, I'm trying my hardest to be in good standing with God. And that is my life's mission. I'm not going to always get it right. You're not going to always get it right. We not going to always get it right. But as long as we are trying, that's what matters the most. So again, bookmark this scripture, Psalm chapter 112, verse 4. And I did read from the Amplified version as well as the King James version. All right. So let's get into this episode. Now, this is, first of all, can I get some cheering, okay, from you homegirls? Because this is the 100th episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. Oh my God. 100 episodes, homegirl. Listen. Baby, we got 100 episodes of the Girl Just Heal podcast. And I don't know, when just 100? What? 100 episodes? Like in my mind, I'm just like, what? 100 episodes. We have been doing Girl Just Heal podcast for almost 2 years, homegirls. And y'all know that we started March 2023. From that time until now, today, okay, we have 100 episodes of the Girl Just Heal podcast. And I am just, that makes me so happy. It makes me emotional as well. But I am so happy about that because it is only by the grace of God that I am able to continue to do this, to continue to do these episodes, continue to show up for you homegirls. It is only the grace of God. And I thank God that he has allowed me and blessed me to bless y'all with 100 episodes of the Girl Just Heal podcast, baby. That is big. I am just like God did. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all I can say is God did. And I truly appreciate him. And I look forward to 100 more. Okay, baby. I look forward to however many more episodes that God would bless me to do. So let's go. Okay, we got to do a little recap, homegirls. Okay, we gonna do a little recap about some things that has been going on, and I do want to share some things in this episode as well. So I don't even know where to start. Like I'm just like, I don't know where to start because I'm not going to go too deep into this portion of the episode. Like I'm not going to go too deep into the story that I'm about to tell y'all. I will have another video specifically for this. Okay, let me start here. Back in November of 2024, I received an email saying that I was exclusively invited to St. Jude Celebration of Hope. And I'm like, ooh, like I at first when I got the email, I was like, Like, who playing the trick on me? Okay, because that's all it said in the email. And I'm like, okay, usually if somebody inviting you to something, baby, they are about to give you a full rundown so you can know it's legit, it's real. Fast forward to this past weekend, baby, it was real. It was legit. Homegirls, I attended St. Jude Celebration of Hope this year and this past weekend. And my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Like, this was a top tier experience. Experiencing St. Jude, going to St. Jude, going to the hospital, being able to meet the patients, learning more about the mission of St. Jude. Baby, learning about St. Jude in its totality. It was so amazing, like such a life-changing experience. So many good things happened, so many amazing connections. Y'all, I met some of my faves, okay? Some of my favorite celebrities, baby. I met some of them there, was able to commune with them, able to be in the same room with them. Like, we're all in this one room, and I'm just like, Lord, it's me, this little girl from this little town, and like, you placed me in this room at this time. And I just, like, this experience, I really don't have the words to say about how impactful it was to attend St. Jude Celebration of Hope. And if y'all see, if you're catching the visuals, I do have on my little St. Jude pen. I did purchase a St. Jude pen because I was like, I love pens, first of all. And then I'm like, I got to wear this because I truly support the efforts that they are doing. When I tell y'all it's different, because I know a lot of y'all probably have seen the St. Jude commercials. And so when you see the commercials, sometimes it just be like, oh, it's another commercial that's on. Baby, when you get on the inside, like I was sharing with some of the people that I met at the Celebration of Hope, when like I was telling them it's different when you get on the inside and you're able to experience it for yourself. Like, you are able to firsthand see the things, and like, you got valuable insight because you're living in it in the moment. Like, you ain't hearing about what your mom and them said, your cousin them. Like, you're actually in the moment, in real time, in real life. And it was just so amazing. So amazing. I'm not going to make this entire episode about it because, like I said, I will have a video coming out just giving more details. If you are following me on social media, then you can go to social media and you can see a little sneak peek of the pictures and just the different things that I put up concerning St. Jude Celebration of Hope. But listen, I would just encourage you to learn about St. Jude, partner with St. Jude, okay? I will leave the link down in the description of this episode. Partner with St. Jude, baby. It is, when I tell you the mission and the vision and just everything about it, baby, listen, we'll get into it in another video. Let's go ahead and get into this episode. But all in all, I just want to say this was a golden opportunity, and God, like, it's so true when people say that your name is in rooms that you ain't never stepped in yet. You've never walked in these rooms. You don't know these people. Like, your name is planted in those places. And this was like, this hit home for me. It brought it home for me because this really, really made that statement ring true. And I'll get into that in the other video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the episode, baby. And now this episode, okay, I'm just going to warn y'all. Y'all know I always try to warn y'all. I try to in every episode when I'm about to eat y'all up, okay, because God didn't ate me up. And so, you know, I got to share. I have to share, okay? So I just want you to get prepared for this, because this episode, not only did God eat me up with this episode, but it was like one of them ouch moments, because God, like, you keep on telling me about myself. Like, you just keep on just like calling my bluff and just turning that mirror on myself and like, let me get you together real quick. And that's what God did when this topic came to mind. I was sitting in a hotel room this past weekend at the St. Jude Celebration of Hope. And this came to my mind because of some things that I was thinking about. And it was things surrounded with the whole, like, how did I get here? And Lord, like, I don't even know how this opportunity came about. And so, like, I'm thinking of all of that because as I'm in the moment, I'm like, this is really real. Like, it's no more questioning, no more going back and forth, no more like, is this really gonna happen? No more anticipating it. I'm now in this moment. And the title came to me, When the Faith Don't Match. Now, y'all know we on faith, baby. I guess this is a faith series at this point because God is so strong on me about faith in 2025. Like, baby, I'm dressing in that, okay? Dressing and building my faith in 2025. That is my armor. That's the clothes that I put on every day that I wake up. And so when the title came and said, When the Faith Don't Match, I said, Lord have mercy. And it was in the midst of me having a thought and almost like counteracting the things that I had been praying and asking God for. I was about to talk against those things. Now, here's the problem, because, and I know I'm not the only one to do it. A lot of us do it. Like, we will talk against that thing that we pray for and that thing that we say we have faith in God for, failing to realize that our tongue, baby, you need to tame that beast. We have to tame our tongues. We have to tame our mind. Don't think certain thoughts. Don't say certain things, because what we do is we counteract the faith that we have been building. We'll tell God things like, Lord, I got faith in you to heal me. God, I got faith in you to restore this friendship. I have faith in you to restore this marriage. I have faith in you to open doors that no man can shut. God, I have faith in you to take me from point A to point B. We'll say those things, and in our hearts, I truly believe that we mean those things. Okay, we ain't just sending out blank statements, but here's what we'll do. In the same breath we say those things, we'll start saying things like, yeah, but I'm getting older and I don't know how this gonna happen. Like, yeah, maybe I'm praying and hoping for something too big. Like, maybe I need to take back what I prayed for and do it on a lower scale. We'll say things like that, and now we are counteracting the faith that we was just so sure about a couple of seconds ago. And we don't understand that we can talk ourselves out of being in the place that God wants us to be in, not because he's going to take you out of that place, not because he's going to deprive you of anything, but because of the fact that you are speaking against what God is doing. And so now God is like, child, when you gonna get it? Now I gotta go back through this whole process of showing you how to trust in me, how to have faith in me, how to believe in me, how to have your hope in me, the one that can make everything come to pass that you have been praying for. But you have to watch how you speak against those things. You have to watch how you speak towards those things. You have to watch how you speak to yourself. Baby, sometimes you just gotta, it's this woman that I go to church with. And baby, sometimes if she'll say something that she knows she ain't supposed to say, she'll just throw her hand over her mouth and say, ooh. Baby, sometimes that's what we need to do, because we are talking ourselves out of positions that God have waiting for us. Not that we'll never get to those positions, but we are delaying ourselves, because now we got to go through a process again of God is looking for you to trust in him and have faith in him. That is why we are on this faith journey, homegirls, to believe in God for the things we can't see, to believe in God to do the things that seem impossible. When you sitting up at night and you thinking about how you want to advance in your career right now, it seems impossible to you, but that's why we have faith in God. But don't have that faith in God and then talk against that faith in God. My God, help us. Quit talking against your faith. My goodness, that's a word. Stop talking against your faith. You got so much faith. You like, go, oh, Lord, send me. God, send me. I'll go. God, I trust in you. I believe in you. And when I say I dealt with this so heavy, and God, like, he shut me down, and he's like, you need to watch how you talk against your faith. You need to watch the things that you say, because you are saying things that has a potential to counteract what you have prayed and what you are believing in me for. So God is like, watch your tongue. Tame your tongue. The tongue is powerful, and we know the Bible tells us that life and death are in the power of the tongue. You can speak life, but in the same breath, baby, you can speak death. You have to be cautious of what you speak when you are speaking towards the things that you are believing God for. Because, baby, and this the one right here, when it ain't happening as fast as you want it to happen, when it's not happening how you planned it out to happen, oh, that's when we really get to talking. Like, God, you really just don't want what's good for me. Like, God, I don't think you want to see me prosper. God, God, tell me what's up. Like, do you want this for me or do you not? And God is probably just like, Lord, have mercy. Like, girl, hush. Girl, be quiet. Girl, just believe in me. Just have faith. This is what God is telling you. Just have faith in me. Just trust in me and don't talk against what you have faith in. Don't talk against your faith. Don't counteract that faith with bad words, with curses and things that you say because you're wavering in your faith a little bit. Like, God, I don't even know if this really gonna happen. And God is like, no, I need you to be sure because I can't put you in that room. I can't give you that opportunity. I can't open that door until I know that you are sure and confident and bold and steadfast in your faith. Listen, homegirl, tame that tongue. Baby, tame it. And this is what God told me. He said, you need to tame your tongue. You need to watch how you speak because, baby, some ain't adding up. Like, some not matching. You say you got faith in me. This is what you say. But then your words is saying something totally different. Your actions are saying something totally different. So your faith ain't matching. Your faith ain't matching. And we have to find a way to get back where our faith is matching the things that we are doing. Our faith is matching the things that we are saying. Our faith is matching the way that we are moving. Okay, God, I'm not going to be anxious because I know if I got faith in you, me being anxious is going to counteract that faith. Because me being anxious going to take me in a world of emotions and feelings and different things like that that's going to counteract what I have faith in you for. So in this season, homegirl, of you building your faith, tame your tongue and make sure that your faith matches whatever it is you putting out. Whatever it is that you are putting forth, baby, your faith got to match. Just put that in the comments. My faith has to match. My faith has to match my actions. My faith has to match my words. My faith has to match my belief in God. My faith has to match my trust in God. My faith has to match where I'm looking to go. My faith has to match this relationship I'm praying for. My faith has to match the fact that I'm praying for children. My faith has to match the fact that I'm praying that God send connections. My faith has to match that I'm praying for opportunities. My faith got to match this stuff. Your faith has to match where you are trying to go. Your faith has to match the things that you are trusting in God for, the things that you are believing in God for, the things that you are hoping in God for. Baby, your faith got to match it, meaning that your faith already got to be there. I don't see it. God, I don't know how you going to work it out. But I know one thing, I'm not going to speak against what I know that you are doing just because I don't see you moving, just because I don't feel like it's working out, just because things still look the same today that they looked 3 weeks ago. But God, I'm still going to trust you. I'm still going to have faith in you. In the name of Jesus, we still going to have faith in God no matter how it looks, and our faith is going to match. It's going to match everything that comes out of our mouth. Listen, our faith is going to match everything that we say. Every connection we make, our faith is going to match that. We in the faith matching business. All right, homegirls, that's what we doing. We faith matching around here. Listen, we faith matching because everything that comes out of my mouth is going to match my faith. If I'm believing for God to do the miraculous in 2025, everything that comes out my mouth is going to be believing in God to do it, no matter how it looks. It doesn't matter that I'm in the same position today that I was 3 weeks ago. It don't matter. I know it's going to happen. God didn't give me a time frame when it was going to happen. He didn't tell me how he was going to do it. He didn't say how it was going to look. But baby, I know that the God I serve is going to come through. He's come through before many of times. His track record has never failed in my life. My God, it has never failed in my life. So I know that he is going to come through on everything that I'm praying for. My goodness, homegirls, everything you're praying for, everything you are believing for, everything you are trusting in God for, he is going to come through and deliver good on all of that. But your faith needs to be at that place that you are trying to go. If you are praying to God to heal you, the things that come out your mouth, you need to start saying, I am healed. You don't need to keep saying, oh, I'm just so sick. No, say, I am healed. Your faith got to match. Baby, your faith has to, listen, listen, your faith got to match. Every word, like every single thing that you are believing God for, you have to start speaking and believing and acting like you already have it. You got to start acting like you can look straight ahead and see it. Even though you can't see nothing, baby, you just like, Lord, look, I ain't seen nothing in a minute. I ain't seen no signs in a little bit. But even though you haven't seen those signs, even though you don't see it, you still have to act as if you are walking in it. Act as if it's right there. Act as if you finna get it tomorrow. Because I guarantee you, if you knew that God was going to come through for you tomorrow, listen, and I'm going to close with this. If you knew that God was going to deliver on his promise to you tomorrow, baby, today you was going to be preparing. You was going to be getting ready. You was going to make sure you go to bed early because, God, I don't want to miss what you got for me. I got to be up. You was going to make sure you had everything in a row, all your ducks in a row, everything lined out so that you don't miss the moment when God deliver on his promise to you. But watch this, because you don't know when he gonna deliver. You just slunking around and you just like, oh, well, I got time because, I mean, God, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gave me no signs. Everything still looks the same. I've been dealing with this for 6 weeks, so I'm just gonna still do the same thing. Baby, can I tell you that you ain't walking in it? You ain't experiencing what you've been praying for because you ain't putting the work in. Your faith is not preceding you. Like you are not putting in any work. You just sitting around. And God is just like, you praying for this. You asking for this. You told me you got faith that I'm going to do this for you. But then he like, I look down and you ain't doing nothing. You just sitting around. You just moping around. You not even acting like you already possess what you praying for. You not even acting like you already possess the things that you trusting in me for. You sitting here and you acting like you don't already have what you've been praying for. And that's the problem. A lot of the times that is the problem. That's the problem. That's why we don't access things. That's why God can't deliver things to us, because we are not acting as if we already got it. Couple of episodes back, well, it wasn't even a couple of episodes. It was sometime in the beginning of last year, I released an episode where I gave the story about how I put a Post-it note on my mirror in the bathroom and I wrote on there, be her before you become her. And now what this entailed of for me was I knew where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted God to advance Girl Just Heal. I knew that I was having faith in God to send me connections and to just put me in the right rooms, align me with the right people. Like I was believing and trusting in God for that. One of the things that I had to do though, when I said be her before you become her, was change the way I dressed. Now, I didn't just dress crazy. You know, your girl done had a little swag. But the thing is, I wasn't dressing like the woman that I wanted to become. And so God is like, you are praying to me for these opportunities. You are having faith in me to get you into rooms that you ain't even qualified to be in. But yeah, you going to Walmart in some jogging pants, a hoodie, and some sweat and some tennis shoes. And you just like, oh, well, what if that person is in Walmart? What if that person comes up to you and say, hey, I have this exclusive event I want to invite you to, and you looking like that? And so that really checked me. And that was one of the ways that I was being her before I became her. And I'm still becoming her. But that was one of the things that I really like. It was a goal of mine. Not only that, making sure that I kept my hair up, making sure that I did more than throwing a headband on. And all my natural hair girlies, baby, y'all already know, honey, them headbands come in clutch, okay? We gonna rock this puff today. But I had to make sure I was doing more than that. I had to make sure I wasn't just rocking the puff. I had to make sure I wasn't just throwing on that headband and not doing my edges and not brushing everything up and not making everything look presentable. I had to be cautious of these things. Not only that, but I had to change it, not because society told me to, not because I was worried about somebody else, not because I wasn't confident in myself, but because I had faith in God to do something for me. But I had to make sure that my faith was matching the things that I was doing. I had to make sure everything was aligning. If I'm praying and I'm having faith in God to sit me in rooms with big names and sit me in rooms with people that I only dream of being at tables with, I had to make sure that I did the things that I was supposed to do to get ready for that. Because at any given moment, God can take you from having faith in it and praying for it and believing for it and hoping for it and trusting in Him for it to walking in it. Any given moment. And you don't know the moment. So you got to stay ready. They got this slogan, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Baby, you got to stay ready. You have to stay ready, just as if you knew that God was going to deliver it tomorrow. That is how ready you should be every single day. That is how ready you should be every minute of the day. You need to be ready when you have faith in God, baby. You got to be ready for Him to deliver on it. You can't be out here praying to God and asking God to do things for you, but you ain't doing nothing to get prepared for what you praying and asking for. Because what's going to happen, you going to get into, God going to deliver it. God will give it to you. God will present it. But then when you got it and you can't manage it, then now it's like it was for no reason. Because you mishandled something you was praying for, all because you didn't get ready and make sure that your faith matched. So, baby, while we on this faith journey, homegirl, we doing some faith matching. Just make sure that your faith is lining up. Make sure everything in your life is lining up with your faith. Every single thing about your life, your family, your career, your business, your kids, your spouse, like everything has to align with your level of faith. And that's the word. That's the word for today. So that is it for this episode. I love you so much, homegirls. Y'all know how we're going to close it out. We're going to close it out with the Girl Just Heal mantra. But first, we're going to take a deep breath in and out. And that is just us releasing all of the cares of today, yesterday, this month, last week, last month. We're releasing everything off of us. And we're going to repeat the Girl Just Heal mantra together. And I encourage you to just drop in and make this mantra personal. This is our personal affirmation here for the Girl Just Heal podcast, here for the Girl Just Heal brand on the whole. And the Girl Just Heal mantra is, I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. So thank you so much, homegirls, for tuning in to this week's episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. I love you, homegirls, so much. Make sure that y'all go to the website, girljustheal.com, grab your She Is Healing journal so that you can document your faith journey, baby. You can document all of these things that have been heavy on your mind. I can't wait to see you grab your journal and let me know how it's working out for you. So I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed, okay? Y'all keep healing, keep growing, keep evolving. evolving. And until we speak again, girl, just heal. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. Be sure to connect with us on social media at Girl Just Heal. And if you need an extra dose of support during your healing journey, join our private Facebook community where we can continue to heal, grow, and evolve together.